As you know, TAPMI has a fantastic legacy of almost 40 years. It's a double crown school and is now a constituent unit of MAHE, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, which is an institution of eminence declared by the Government of India. You see, so both TAPMI and MAHE have a very strong legacy and a strong student orientation.
Welcome to MBA Rendezvous podcast, where we engage in insightful conversations with world-class education and industry leaders. Join us as we explore their hard-won experiences in building and growing today's most successful business schools and businesses. Today my guest is Dr. Aditya Mohan Jadhav. Dr. Aditya is Dean at TAPMI, Bangalore. In this conversation, we dig deep into how they identified market demand for tech-enabled MBA, how to decide between a general MBA versus a tech-enabled MBA, how is the curriculum designed for the program. With that, I bring to you Professor Aditya Mohan Jadhav. Hi, Professor Aditya. Welcome to the show.
Thank you, Anshul. Thanks for having me here.
Wonderful, sir. Pleasure is ours. Sir, I'll come to my first question today. And my first question to you is, why technology-enabled MBA? Help us with the insight that you discovered that led to starting of MBA Technology Management Program, please. Your thoughts.
Okay. Anshul, if you really ask me, there are three reasons why we are talking of an MBA in technology management. Okay. I will take the first reason, that is TAPMI itself. So as you know, TAPMI has a fantastic legacy of almost 40 years. It's a double crown school and is now a constituent unit of MAHE, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, which is an institution of eminence declared by the Government of India. You see, so both TAPMI and MAHE have a very strong legacy and a strong student orientation. So when TAPMI decided to expand, when MAHE decided to expand and TAPMI decided to partner and expand with MAHE in Bangalore, we were very sure that the Bangalore campus will always have programs which are suited for the Bangalore city. Okay, the idea was to exploit the extensive facilities that Bangalore actually provides, the unique opportunities that Bangalore provides, and create or curate programs that are suitable where we can actually leverage on Bangalore. Okay, that was one reason. And no one should tell anything that Bangalore is a place where technology is developed in this country. It's the Silicon Valley of India. There are so many tech startups here. There is so much interesting tech that is being discussed. And Anshul, during the program, if you allow me to share a PPT, I will actually show you what we are doing. And it's much more than what people generally understand. Okay, and that's the whole idea of this tech MBA in technology management. That was one reason. The second reason why we started an MBA in technology management is, see, whatever said and done, if you go across most of the placement reports of many schools, you'll find majority of the recruitment, at least 40 to 50% of the recruitment is happening in the tech sector, right? You can't. Even at TAPMI, more than 200 students get into the tech sector in different roles, and many of the roles are tech roles. But we always felt that the tech sector, even though it is admitting our MBA students, are our MBA students really enabled, or do they have the required skill sets to join the tech sector? And unfortunately, the answer is there is a gap. There was a gap. There is a strong gap. And this was something that we always wanted to fill. So we have been thinking of an MBA in technology management for the last 5-7 years. Right? This is not we are thinking it now. TAPMI has been in the process of thinking of this MBA for long. It was only that we thought that, okay, with Bangalore campus coming and the opportunity of the technology sector really coming in, and this opportunity is where we decided to exploit and have the tech sector, MBA in technology. The third reason why we are going for an MBA in technology management is, whether you like it or not, technology has pervaded every part of our lives, including the way we are discussing with each other, right? 5 years back, if you are going to do this interview, Anshul, you would have traveled down to Manipal, or I would have traveled down to Delhi. We would have a cameraman who would be shooting this interview. Okay. Today, we don't have to do this. That itself shows the level engagement of technology that currently have. And COVID has forced us to do it. New ways of engagement have occurred through technology. And it's high time that this technology, given that we have been forced to engage with technology, embrace technology, it's high time, or adopt technology, it's high time we embrace technology. Okay, and this MBA actually is aimed towards creating managers who can embrace technology and help technology adoption across the companies. So that's the whole idea behind this MBA.
Wonderful, sir. Very nicely put. So let me extend this discussion a little bit. So let's suppose I am a student and I am thinking of pursuing an MBA, right?
Hmm.
What is your thought process? What is your suggestion that going for a traditional specialization in operations, finance, marketing versus an MBA in technology management? How
Hmm.
should I think about it as a student? How should I find my fitment in any of the streams, including
Okay.
all
Yeah,
MBA?
it's a very important question, Anshul, and thanks for raising it. Okay. So first and foremost, we are not saying that the general MBA is dead. General MBA is alive and kicking. Okay. The fact that more than 3 lakh students applied for CAT this year clearly indicates the interest in the MBA program, and people should pursue all the general MBA programs. We would never say that that is not what one should do. On the contrary, they should do it. Where we are coming from is very simple. Students who generally join the general MBA program, their interest is what you said: marketing, finance, HR, operations, and other things. They do specialize in it, but many of them end up taking up tech roles. And most of those who end up taking up tech roles are the engineers who have come to MBA to change their pathway. Okay, I've studied something which is non-technical. Means when I say technology, I'm saying non-technology based over the 2 years. Okay, would have taken a few courses in IT, or basically are leveraging on their experience in the IT space and in the engineering space. But then when a tech company comes like Deloitte is effectively a tech company as far as I am concerned, because most of their roles are tech oriented, and many other companies come, these guys apply. Accenture comes, these guys apply. Everyone comes, these guys apply. Okay, but are they very really skill set? So what we are saying is, if you have taken marketing, they should see marketing. Many people give it up the minute the job profile starts coming. That's not good. You need to engage marketing. The first 2 years in a marketing role are going to be difficult. Let it be difficult. You will reap the benefits out of it. Okay. So if you have studied something, you should continue with it, is what I would suggest, advice. Okay. Now, so that's why what we have also done is very simple. If someone wants to apply for an MBA in technology management at TAPMI, they need to have at least 2 years of work ex. Okay. The preference is if they have 2 years of work ex in the tech area. And I'm not saying when you say tech area means I'm asking for coders and others to apply. Okay, let's assume, see, for example, let's take your own company. MBA Rendezvous is doing fantastic. I'm sure you have a lot of digital marketing guys in your team, right? Those who are doing digital marketing, who have done graduation and in the last 2 3 years are doing digital marketing. Are they not engaged in technology? They are fairly well, right? Those are the guys we are asking, right? If you have that experience, that is what we are looking at. And the third thing that we are very clear that we are looking for is people to really who are passionate about technology to join us. Okay, and because we have put in these three criteria, that you should have prior work experience of 2 years, and you should be passionate about technology, okay, and interested to continue a career in the tech space. Okay, then is where we are basically asking you guys that, okay, those guys are the ones we are looking. And hence, Anshul, even though at TAPMI basically it has expectations in terms of your CAT, ZAT, GMAT or NMAT score, which are the 4 exams we accept, for this program we have decided to completely profile based. Okay, and we are not going to have any entrance exam score cutoff for this program. It is profile based. The profile will be basically having three key important components for us. First is certainly CAT score is part of the profile. It's not the only decision making for us. It's part of the profile. Okay. Your academic performance in the past actually has more weightage than the CAT score for us. So we decided to give more weightage for it. And your work experience has actually the highest weightage. The period of work experience and the type of work experience you have has the highest weightage, and that's where we are basically looking at the profile while making a selection. And this is only for the selection to the next round. Okay, Not the final selection. Not the for final selections. I will be very clear. We are having two rounds of interviews. Generally, MBA programs have one round of interview. So for the general MBA, whatever, if you are applying for multiple programs at TAPMI, whatever general MBA or BKF or HR MBA, the first round of interview will do. Those are the scores we'll accept. We are not going to make you undergo thing. The second round of interview will be in person. TAPMI is doing this year the GDPI online. But for Tech MBA, we are very clear we are doing the second round of interview in person, which will be a discussion between the interviewer and we have a set of industry guys and alumni who are going to be part of the interview process. And they and the student will have a interesting in discussion about his passion about technology. So the second interview is all about his understanding and passion about technology. We are not looking at anything else. And if you're passionate about technology, this is the program you should come.
Wonderful, sir. Wonderful. So let's shift our focus to the curriculum, right? So if you can help us understand how you have designed the curriculum. Also,
if you give me an authority to share screen, Anshul, I will actually take you through some of the key aspects of the curriculum, and that will make it very easy for you also.
Please go ahead, sir. Please go ahead.
Okay, 1 minute. Okay. Can you see my screen, Anshul?
Yes, sir. We can see the screen. Yes.
Fantastic. Okay. So I'll just take you through the key aspects of the program. This is all about what we discussed. Look at this. This is how the program is structured. Okay. So we have 40% of the content is basically business management courses. So we will teach them 40% of the courses business management. This is generally taught over the first year and some portion in the semester 4, term 4 of an MBA program. But we have slightly squeezed it. We are still touching upon business. We are still giving him the business management key skill sets, because understand, this is not an MS or an MTech. This is basically an MBA technology management. So management is important for us. 40% of the courses are compulsory in the area of tech domain, and there is sectoral specialization. And I will take you through some of the courses, right? These are some of the key tech management courses that we are currently offering. Okay. So we have courses like cyber security, emerging technologies, IoT, Industry 4.0, RPA, digital marketing and marketing analytics, tech strategy and digital transformation, product management, UI, UX design, agile project management, ERM, AI and ML, data engineering and big data, and e-commerce platforms. These are some of the key tech management courses. These are not the only tech management courses. There are a few more. I didn't want to put up the whole list, but I just thought. So think of it. So you have management courses, you have the tech courses, and then you basically have specializations. So we have key specializations in the area of fintech, healthcare technology, and retail and e-commerce. Okay, the student is not going to do an specialization in marketing, finance, HR, and all. This is not for it. So that's where Anshul, we are saying you should be interested in technology and interested to continue a career in technology, because these are the 3 areas where we are looking at your specializations. Okay. So we don't want someone who joins us by mistake and says, oh, this was not what I wanted. I wanted to do a specialization in finance and fintech, because fintech and finance are 2 different things. We should understand that. Okay. E-commerce marketing is different from someone who wants to make a career in e-commerce platforms and e-commerce. Okay. This is on that side. And then we are setting up 4 tech labs. Okay. So this year, for 2024-25, we are setting up the first 3 tech labs: fintech research lab, analytics lab, and supply chain and e-commerce lab. And for the 2025-26, because the courses come for AIML are basically coming in that year, we are setting up an AIML lab. But even though and in these labs, see, these are the set of softwares that we intend to actually have. So Anshul, if you check out, we have basically softwares in agile development like Asana or Jira. In AIML, basically we have softwares like PyTorch, IBM Watson, Google Generative AI, and others. In analytics, we are going to train the students in softwares on Power BI, IBM Spaces, Python, and R. Big data, we are talking of Spark and Hadoop. UiPath in case of business automation, cyber security, we are looking at IBM security. So we are going in the contract with IBM to take up their whole portfolio and work on it. Then digital marketing, we have Zoho CRM, SEMrush, Google Ads, Google Analytics. We are actually engaging with Shopify so that students can develop a dummy e-commerce platform and actually understand how it works. Then for ERP, we are picking up the whole Zoho Finance portfolio so that they understand it. Then we are looking at Arduino for IoT product management. We are taking up Figma, Balsamiq, and in supply chain, we are looking at GMDH Streamline, Coro, Procurement, MyRoute Online, Eurobi Optimization, and some others. Okay. So Anshul, these are some of the aspects that we are looking at in case of the tech management program.
Wonderful, sir. These are all very trending technologies wherein the compensation salaries offered by companies are very, very huge. I could really see that.
So Anshul, the other thing I would be very clear. See, we are very clear that, see, we are looking at people with 2 or plus X. Actually, we are looking at people with 2 to 7 years of work X. Okay. We are really looking at people with work X. And see, why are we looking at these people? What we generally found, and I will be very clear on this, is many students who are MBA who join in tech companies or in tech roles are basically joining at a entry level, get trained on the tech side of it over the 1 year, and then start operating, right? Whereas the cohort that will join us, we are trying to actually pitch them at a lateral level. Someone with experience who understands the technology well, and he should actually go to that type of thing. He need not be the Kickstarter. Okay. So because we are looking for someone who will go to the lateral level, there are 2 key decisions that we have taken, Anshul. Okay. First is, we are not looking for a large cohort. We are looking at even 30 is okay. I'm not joking. We have basically planned for 30 good students. And when I say good students, I'm not talking of 99 percentile. They're good. Okay. And wherever they go, I'm very happy for them. I'm looking at 30 students who are passionate about technology and want to go and work in technology. Okay. That is one. And second thing is, my efforts would at least be to kickstart the program with an job roles which will give them a salary. I wouldn't say that, but job roles which will give them a strong career growth plan from day one with a good salary package, much higher than what generally an entry level MBA gets. That's what we are trying for.
Wonderful. Sir, I'll go back to my old question again, the previous question again, wherein we were discussing how should we make a decision regarding the specialization to choose as a student, right?
Yeah.
Finance, marketing, and MBA in technology management.
Yes.
Should one of the points factors also be considered from a student's perspective be, should I get into a overly populated, widely exploited specialization like marketing finance, or should I go into a specialization like MBA in technology management that is upcoming when we speak about fintech, healthcare, e-commerce? Should this be one of the factors that should be going through my mind as a student?
See, if you say marketing or finance, they are also equally required for an MBA program. We can't say business cannot survive without marketing and finance. So even though people might say, okay, it's overly populated, there is enough demand for people in marketing, finance, HR operations roles at all. See, I always say that it is completely up to the student's inclination. But I strongly believe that it should be informed choice. Okay. You should be very sure why you are taking a course. Okay, why are you taking a specialization? Okay, if you're not sure why you're taking a specialization, then yes, then you are going to get stuck into a role that you don't like, or you're going to get stuck. So I will advise my students that all those there is a huge cohort of alumni for each school that is available, and that is what they should tap. Okay, they should go and tap it to understand what is their best career path. For example, I told you the type of students I am going to look at. Those who are passionate about technology, want to make a career in technology. But they still have to make a choice on the sector that they would like to specialize in. Fintech or healthcare technologies or retail and e-commerce. How are they going to make a choice? So what we are going to do, we don't have alumni. Okay. in this sector specific, certainly we have a huge cohort of TAPMI alumni who are going to help us out. But what we decided to structure it out a little. So what we have decided, we are going to utilize our senior alumni in TAPMI who understand these areas very well and invite them to become industry mentors for our students.
Wonderful.
Okay, so each student will have an industry mentor to whom he can reach out to, especially when it comes to making his career choices. So we are going to actually give him a platform to do that, and that's the objective that we are going ahead with.
Wonderful.
And I will advise all the people from your platform that they should actually look for looking at checking with their alumni before making a choice. Don't make a choice unless they discuss with the faculty who may understand what exactly the course gives and what is happening, with the alumni and with some of the industry people. If they can during internship, they can check out, but they should do that.
Wonderful. Wonderful. With the with the alumni in picture set, so that obviously brings the point of practical exposure. You'll get a very good practical exposure with the person who is actually working in one of the organizations.
Yeah.
Could you speak a bit more about the practical exposure that a student would be getting from this program?
Oh,
Vis-a-vis.
certainly. And I would again share my uh, this one PPT with you because this is something I want you to understand. Without it, I wouldn't be able to explain you. So I hope my PPT is visible.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We can do it. Yes.
Okay. So Anshul, this is exactly what we are planning. Okay. So what we have decided that from semester two, so it's a term-based program, sorry. So from trimester two, we will introduce students to live projects. Okay. From trimester two, we have a course called IT consulting. Okay. So what we are doing is we are going to identify one NGO for each student. Okay. And these students will basically act as an IT consultant to the NGO. So the objective that the student has is to increase the NGO's reach. Okay. And to increase the NGO's digital footprint to achieve the objectives of the NGO. See, the NGO is not existing to do a digital footprint. The NGO is existing to basically reach out to the needy and help them out. Okay. What we are asking is look at the place where NGO can really benefit from digital engagement and create it for them. Okay. So what they are doing is the NGO is a client for them, and these students are basically going to act as IT consulting, and this is a live project. This is basically going to be over 2 terms, and they will be evaluated on how well they are able to service the NGO. Okay, and what else happens in IT consult? This is exactly what happens in IT consult. Then we have a 12-week summer internship. We don't have a 8-week summer internship, and we are not stopping there. Okay, for what we are telling the companies is if you think the candidate is really good and you want to continue engaging him for whatever work that you are currently doing, okay, we are asking the companies to convert his work into a live project, and we will help a student to continue on this live project for 2 terms, term 4 and term 5. So the engagement with the company is not disrupted, the engagement of the company continues. And then if the company is really happy with the candidate and wants to hire him, okay, and pick him up and make it good, we are even allowing term 6 to be converted into a winter internship for the student, so he can join back the company for the winter internship in January. So think of it. He joins on April. Okay. He completes a 12-week of summer internship. He continues working with the company over term 4 and 5. Okay. And again in term 6, he joins as a winter internship. That means we have effectively converted an year-long engagement for the student. So now the company and the student are engaged for a year long. And if the company likes such a student and is engaging so much, I'm sure the company is going to absorb the same guy flat out. Okay. And I'm sure they would be giving him much better compensation packages than what they would offer to a person that they would give in a final placement. Okay. And that's exactly what we are trying to create. So this type of experience, I'm sure, is what is going to make the big difference for them.
Wonderful, sir. Perfect. I totally understand and agree with the points which you mentioned regarding. the 12-week internship extended for a year.
2 terms.
2 terms.
And then again a 12-week winter internship.
Yes, perfect. So, sir, I will come down to my last question for this discussion today. So,
Okay.
given the global nature of the tech industry, how do you plan to give a international perspective experience to the students who are preparing for a diverse, interconnected business world? Because we are speaking about tech, we are speaking about MBA in technology management. Are
Okay,
you?
on the contrary, I would say, Anshul, that India has spent a huge amount of time, almost 2 decades or 3 decades, in trying to serve the global space. Okay, it is India first now. On the contrary, I would love my students to come out with products, with services, with systems, okay, which will serve the local populace to grow. Okay, the way our honorable prime minister is thinking, reaching to what is his dream for 2047, right, to become a what 20-30 trillion dollar economy. Okay, that is only going to be possible if India decides to serve its own people with the best type of tech products. Right now what is happening is tech companies are basically servicing top notch tech product giants globally. These product giants are in turn servicing the local populace, right, in India. So one of the key things that we are doing is tech SaaS. SaaS is an important component for our whole programs, software as a service. But we are spending a huge amount of focus or giving a lot of focus on product management. Okay. So there are series of courses in the area of product management which are compulsory for everyone. It's not only IT consulting and software as a servicing, right? We are also going to invest extensively for students to learn product management, because product is the way to grow. Okay, and I am sure my students will really, so I want my students to join these startups, the tech startups of Bangalore, and grow with that startup products. Okay, grow with them fast, because there is no better way to grow in this world today than startups.
Awesome. I really like this point of view, sir. I really like this point of view.
Yeah.
Lastly, sir, what is your advice for the students listening to this show? Since they are looking for colleges, programs to join, they are in their research right now.
Yeah, I have two advices. First is, if you are passionate about tech, try out our program. We are looking at 30 people, okay, and that's why it's a slightly tough competition, but you will still, I would still like every to engage with people and look at them. The second advice is, make an informed choice. I've been giving this advice for the last 5-6 years, and I always say, make an informed choice. Don't go without thinking. Understand what is your career aspiration, and based on your career, as a student's career aspiration should be his, not someone else. If you are not sure about your career aspirations, keep an open mind when you join an MBA program and explore. Okay, certainly if you're not sure about a career aspiration, then my program may not be the right one, because I'm looking for people who are really passionate about technology. And I'm again telling everyone, see, for me, what is more important is your passion for technology, and hence there is no cutoff. I am going to look at your profile to decide whether to invite you or not. Okay, not your CAT score. Yeah,
Wonderful,
that's
sir.
from me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As always, very candid discussion, very candid
No,
thoughts.
no. Thanks, Anshul and MBA Rendezvous for having me here. It's been a pleasure engaging with you for the last decade, and I hope to continue engaging with you in the future.
Thank you so much, sir. We look forward to
Thank
that. Thank you again for your time,
Yeah,
and we wish you well. Thank you.
sure. Thank you.